Clouds bringing a chance of rain are a welcome sight to cotton farmers on the high plains this time of year as they plant the 2012 crop. It's still dry in the Panhandle, but most farmers agree that the situation is better than last year. 2011 is a year most farmers are trying hard to forget. With record abandonment and disastrous losses, most farmers in the largest cotton-producing counties of Texas relied on crop insurance to repay operating notes and input expenses. Steve Johnson is a cotton, corn, and wheat farmer near Olton, and he thinks the rain clouds at the start of the season are a good omen. Like every other cotton farmer in West Texas and the Panhandle, he hopes they keep bringing rain.
Planting cotton now, and the outlook as far as the yield, we're still optimistic. The weather patterns have changed a little bit.
Though some farmers with irrigated fields fought back against the overwhelming heat and drought last year, most received abysmal yields, if any. Johnson watered his fields, but it did no good with high winds and rapid moisture loss.
Last year, what hurt us as much as anything is the 100 to 110 degree weather that we had, plus the 40-mile-an-hour wind.
His efforts produced a little cotton, but nowhere near the yields of an average year. Years like last one prove how critical crop insurance is in cotton country.
Removing a gauge wheel, seeing how much red sand's in it.
West of Abilene and Roscoe, Jimmy Joy agrees that crop insurance is a vital part of farming dryland cotton.
It's something that you need to get you through the lean years and things like that. I've been farming here about 16 years, and there's only been 2 years that we've actually had a total wipeout.
Jimmy and his son Tanner are optimistic about what the year could bring. They're planting almost 1,000 acres of cotton this year. Joy recently purchased a cotton stripper that sat idle last harvest season. He's anxious to use it this year and says he would always rather see a crop harvested than rely on insurance.
I'm always a farmer, and I'd rather make a crop. It's a whole lot more fun. I mean, you wouldn't be farming if it was just for the insurance check. You continue to farm like that, I mean, you essentially gets down to zero anyways.
Even though farmers saw a record low harvest last year, input costs like seed and fertilizer are more expensive. Johnson purchased 1 pallet of seed valued at about $17,000. That's only a fraction of the seed needed to cover all of his acres. For farmers like Johnson and Joy, insurance on a bad year means fuel in the tank and collateral for operating loans.
No lending institution is going to give you that line of credit without some type of guarantee. We have to have the crop insurance in place. That would be a requirement of that lending institution.
Along with lines of credit and operating expenses, income on a bad year also means survival for rural economies, according to Joy.
The whole economy pretty much depends on cotton, the different revenue that it generates, from your farm machinery dealers to your cotton gins to your chemical and pesticide dealers, and that's the major economy driving force in the area.
Crop insurance payouts across the nation are closing in on the $11 billion mark. According to the USDA, payments have already exceeded the 2008 record of $8.76 billion by almost 25%.
It's a big factor year to year in whether we would be able to continue, into the next year. It's just very high cost, and it's very, very high risk. And compared to other industries, we're probably higher than most in the U.S. and probably in the world.
For TFB News, Nathan Smith, Olton.